Welcome to the round 9 highlights of the Anzcar Monday Night Truck Series, brought to you by 131 Web Radio. And straight off pole position was number 42, Ray Schroeder. And he's got his work cut out for him. Matt Danson and Jackson Callow all over him. And the usual crew following them up. It was a great start, nice and clean, with the first incident not coming up for 25 laps. So there was some great green flag racing. There's Ashley Lear, who brought it home for a podium. Steve Hoppett is actually battling with Nicholas Shiles and Reese May there, as we take another look at the leaders. Number 42, Ray Schroeder, Matt Danson and Jackson Callow in hot pursuit. Some great close, tight racing all through the night, with Sam Kanagazinas re-entering after a pit stop. He had some early technical issues, which he actually sorted out. Got a great start though, did Sam, and he was in that lead pack chasing down Ray Schroeder. As we continue to see the rear field action, well, mid-pack sort of thing, as these guys are trying to sort themselves out. They're going to go 3 wide there as they chase down Nick Shiles in the 083 vehicle. And he's actually also having a bit of a battle up front there. And this just went on and on. These guys just continued to battle. And Steve Hoppett losing out there in that one. Lost a bit of speed there. And number 11, yes, of course, that's Adam Sampson. And he didn't have a great night, but he certainly didn't have a bad one. He ended up bringing it home 17th at the end. As we continue to see what's going on here. And that's car number 23, I think that's Reese May, just having a bit of a moment. As we take back some vision with the leaders, Ray Schroeder still leading. As I said, the first 25 laps were green, and Ray managed to hold the lead for that entire time. As we take in a bit of a view of the entire field heading through, and Sam Kanagazinas, Sammy Bobby doing his thing, and he actually did manage to work his way back through the field a bit. Managed to bring it home mid-pack after the early issues. As we take a look at car number 14, taking out car number 20, that of course is Aaron Dillon, who took out Blake Neck on that one. They came together. And on the restart we had Matt Danson, who took advantage of the caution stop and managed to pick up the lead. As the field sorts himself back out, poor old Jackson Callow getting sort of caught up in everything there. And Ray Schroeder has found himself at the back of the field after that little incident, and coming together with Jackson Callow as Steve Hoppett takes advantage of the lack of speed that Ray was producing at that time. And we've got Nick Shiles and Nicholas Walsh both battling it out there in cars number 083 and 22. As we go on board with car number 46, Jackson Callow, being passed by Steve Hoppett, who was on a bit of a flyer at the time, and they also managed to run down Ray Schroeder in car 42. And Steve had a great night, bringing it home in a fairly decent position. At some point, actually even battling with the leaders to unlap himself. As we take in a look at Todd Maxfield and Sam Kanagazinas, they're battling. Reese May having a bit of a moment against the wall. And there's Matt Danson leading. Aaron Dillon having a bit of a moment there. Managed to gather it back up, straighten it up. And Nick Shiles, he had a great night. Brought it home 7th, I believe, in the end. As Todd Maxfield battles with car number 18, of course being Terry Humphreys, as Rob Lee finds himself being passed by Steve Hoppett, as Steve Hoppett intends to try and work his way back through the field. Jackson Callow showing a bit of the damage from a couple of the earlier incidents, being passed by Steve Hoppett and Matt Danson. And Matt was actually leading at the time. Steve Hoppett was a lap down by then. As he also takes on Aaron Dillon, who's also suffering from a lot of damage. Matt Danson then actually takes on Aaron Dillon and gives him the blow-by. But full credit to all of these guys, even suffering the damage, they all pushed on and finish the night. There's some big points, and the championship is halfway through. As we look at James Robbie and Todd Maxfield battling it out, and they did that for quite a number of laps, back and forward in position, side by side a lot of the time, as they come through the turn there, and Todd Maxfield backs off. He was actually pitting at the time. Nicholas Walsh suffering a bit of a lack of speed there, and Steve Hopper taking advantage of it. Nick Shiles taking advantage of a lack of speed from Aaron Dillon at the time, and he gives him the blow-by with Rob Lee chasing down Nick Shiles, and that continued on for quite some time as well. Nicholas Walsh getting a bit loose there into the wall in the later stages of the race, and Ash Lear and Matt Danson after that. Ash leading Matt Danson away, but Matt took the spot back later on. Steve Hopper battling with Rob Lee. Rob managed to take that spot back, although they weren't actually racing for position at the time, as Rob fought his way back through the field. He suffered a little bit in one of those pit stops and lost a few spots, as we see Matt Danson take the lead back from Ashley Lear, and further back in the field. The action still kept coming. Jackson Callow battling to hold on, as Steve Hoppett makes a mistake and allows Jackson Callow, Nick Shiles and Todd Maxfield through, and Steve then struggled to actually catch up with Nick Shiles, and they basically raced each other for 7th and 8th. Third place, number 21 Ashley Lear. Second place, 920 Chris Purnell, and first place, number 30 Matt Danson, the championship leader. Next week we head off for round 10 at Bristol Motor Speedway. That should sort the men from the boys. We'll catch you then. Thanks for joining us. This has been an Anzcar presentation.